Awesome. Thank you. So I was just for the first question. How did you enter the industry, and what did it take to become a voice actor?
So I started out as an actor on the stage when I was about 5 years old, and I started doing a lot of stage acting. I did a lot of commercial acting as well.
Yes.
And then I ended up going to school at the University of North Texas, and I studied radio, television, film.
Awesome.
And then I went on from there, and I started doing a lot of stuff like voice work online and things like that. And I was able to make my way into an audition at Funimation, and that's how I started doing anime. And ever since then, it's been about 5 years now of doing anime at Funimation, and it's amazing.
Great. That's awesome. And then, what were your favorite cartoon or just regular shows growing up as a
So when I was a kid, in 1986, I was 7 years old, and 7 or 8 years old, and it was the first time I had ever seen anime before in a show that came on after school called Star Blazers.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And Star Blazers was an Americanized version of a show called Space Battleship Yamato. So that was really my first introduction to anime, and it really made a big impression on me because it was so different from the other cartoons on TV.
Yeah.
Characters could die. There was like really adult situations that would happen, so it was compelling to me as a child because I'd never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
And then just in the last month or so, I was cast in the reboot of Star Blazers, which is called Star Blazers Space Battleship Yamato 2199. So I've got the lead in that show.
That's
It's currently streaming on Funimation and VRV.
Yeah.
We're up to 2 episodes that have been released, so the 3rd episode comes out on Wednesday, but definitely check that out.
I will. And then last question. It's kind of a deep question. Are you happy with your career path?
Very. So it was actually, I took some years off from voice acting and acting in general, and I reached a point in my life where I realized if I didn't try to get back into it, that I probably never would. You know, it was a crucial period in my life. It was around 2011.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, I just, getting back into acting, it felt like a part of myself that I'd lost for those years. So getting that back was like, I finally felt whole again, in a way.
Well, thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
glad that you're back at it.
Yeah, me too.
I really appreciate all your work. Thanks
Yeah,
again.
thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you. What story or character made you decide to become a cosplayer?
Actually, Naruto. I decided to be a cosplayer. This was actually my first cosplay ever. I haven't worn it in like 10 years. I just brought it back because I don't have a lot of anime costumes. This is an anime con.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was a really strong female character, and I thought that was really encouraging and awesome. And as soon as I found out cosplaying was a thing and I could dress up as this character, I was sold.
Yeah, Tamari's great.
She's so feisty.
Yeah, she is. It's so good though. How long does it typically take to make your cosplay, and is putting detail very important?
Detail is incredibly important for me, and as a cosplay judge, I really enjoy whenever someone has gone through the effort to get every little detail right because it is very difficult. As far as how long it takes to make them, it can take anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of months, just depending on the difficulty of the build.
Awesome. And then last question, it's kind of a deep question. Does cosplay make you happy?
It makes me incredibly happy. This is a really open, accepting community, and it's really cool to get to meet these characters that you love so much and get to represent these fandoms that you love, and you get to meet so many other people that are fans of the same thing, so it's really easy to make friends at conventions and get to have conversations that you wouldn't get to have in the real world. So cosplay does mean a lot to me.
Awesome, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You have a good one. So can I have your name?
Terry Paul.
Awesome, thank you, Terry. So first question, what is your process of making stories, or like what gives you the biggest inspiration to make stories?
My current comic right now is the Robicide, and I love the 1980s.
Yes.
So I wanted to do something set in the 80s, so that was my inspiration. So it was a lot easier. So I drew everything that I really loved about the 80s, and I was able to put that in the comic.
Yes, yeah, the 80s, it's so a great time period when it comes to aesthetics and music and that stuff. How important is it to you for like character development, like as to like their style and wardrobe and whatnot?
Well, character development is really important because you need to actually have some sort of connection to the characters in order to see them evolve.
Yes.
And so that way you care, because like if you don't care about the character or whatever, then like you're not really gonna pay attention. At all.
Awesome. And then just last question. It's kind of a deep question. Are you happy with your career path?
Oh yeah. It's definitely really hard, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I
No
really
problem.
appreciate it. You have a good one.